everybody. For this week's Hero Spotlight, we are going to take a look at none other than Raven. That's right, the mythical soldier that you too can own for 3,200 gold. Now you may be saying DVSnis. I didn't know that's how you say your name, but now I do. But is this guy worth it? Do I want to invest the 3,200 gold into this character? Especially with some of the other weapons like the quad rocket launcher and things that are out there in the marketplace. Do I want to spend 3,200 of my hard-earned gold on this hero? Well, I'm going to go over some of his perks and some of the squad bonuses and stuff that you may want to see on him, just so you can help make an educated decision whether or not you want to spend that gold. So let's take a look at the hero himself, and then we'll get into the rest of it. So Raven happens to have advanced tactics for his first perk, alright? That's going to give range weapon damage an increase by 10% and also a health increase by 10%. Now, his next perk, which is an ability perk, it's not a passive, is going to give, it's going to cost 50 energy, which is not cheap, because it's going to be 50% of your energy pool, unless you have one of the energy pylons, which give you an increased energy. His cooldown's 150 seconds on that, so that's kind of long. But basically the ability equips 2 pistols that fire 6 times per second, dealing 57 physical base damage per shot for 10 seconds. Alright, so you're saying that's not a lot of damage. Well, with dual debilitation, which is another passive that you can unlock for lefty and righty, you're going to now apply debilitating shots by using this ability. In addition to Bang and Pow, which is going to deal damage with left and righty, is going to cause an explosion that deals damage in a 0.5 tile radius. So hitting enemies or even just the environment with that's going to cause an explosion within a 0.5 tile radius. And when I say environment, I mean destroyable things like trees, buildings, so on and so forth. Alright, his next is a debilitating shots, right? Dealing range damage is going to apply 1 stack of vulnerability, which is going to increase damage taken from all sources by 5% on the target for up to 15 seconds. Now this is going to stack up to 3 times. So you can essentially get 15% damage for the 15 seconds, okay? Dual debilitation now is going to be lefty and righty, is going to apply the debilitating shots, which is basically that shield above the husk's head that says, it gets more broken or cracked down the middle of the shield as them more. And basically that just makes the husks take more damage from all sources, not just yourself, but from all sources. Traps, everything that's hitting. Lingering pain. Alright, so the vulnerability effect from debilitating shots can now stack up to 5 times. So instead of the 3, you now have 5, so that's going to give you 25% additional damage taken by that target, okay? Now, Warcry also costs 50 energy, and it has a cooldown of 90 seconds, so it's a little bit shorter. But basically giving a Warcry, you should be familiar with what Warcry does. It affects friendly characters within a 4-tile radius. It's going to grant 40% more damage for ranged and melee weapons. Also going to grant 40% attack speed for ranged weapons and 16% attack speed for melee. Now, this is going to last for 15 seconds. Now, these effects do not stack, so if I apply Warcry to all of us in a group and we're all close together and you get your Warcry from me and you also happen to have a Raven and you apply Warcry, you have wasted your Warcry in a sense because they don't stack, so we can't sit there and do this, but we can follow up each other's. So if I use mine and when my Warcry runs out, then you apply your Warcry, we'll have Warcries for a little bit longer, right? So practice in combat, this is basically going to increase the duration of Warcry by 5 seconds, so now you're going to get 20 seconds worth of additional damage and attack speed. Explosive rounds is a really awesome perk. Killing 10 enemies with the range weapon is going to deal 5,264 damage in a 1-tile radius. Now, that amount of damage is going to change based on which heroes you have slotted in your squad or support bonuses. So I will show you that here in a second. Whereas Lefty, eliminating enemies with pistols is going to reduce the cooldown of Lefty and Righty by 1 second. So every enemy that you eliminate is going to reduce your cooldown by 1 second. So you don't really want to run around with anything but a pistol with this guy. So I highly recommend having a pretty decent pistol, something with a higher rate of fire that can hit multiple enemies, hopefully with damage over time, or some kind of elemental damage. Don't get me wrong, revolvers are great. I even recommend something with explosives like Zap Zap, or something that can do damage to multiple enemies at the same time, as opposed to like a revolver which is going to focus on one enemy. While revolvers are great, they're not as beneficial as something that's can do more damage to multiple enemies at the same time. Frag grenades cost 45 energy, so pretty expensive, not cheap by any means. It's almost half. It's a little under half of your energy pool, so you could throw 2 of these, and then you have to kind of wait for your energy pool to increase in order to be able to throw another one. All right, but this is going to deal 18,987 damage energy damage in a 0.5 tile radius. Now you can carry a maximum of 3, and the grenades are going to generate every 25 seconds. I happen to have in my technical squad bonus, or I believe it's tech squad, has energy damage over time. So basically, any enemies hit by the initial blast are going to cause DOT, and I'll go into that perk a little bit, that bonus a little bit later. But just to make sure, as a footnote, that is only on the initial blast. So throwing a grenade with cluster bombs, the cluster bombs do not cause damage over time. It's only that initial blast, so you got to make sure you can make that grenade count. So Bang and Pow, this is the really good perk. Dealing damage with Lefty and Righty, that ability with the dual pistols, causes an explosion that deals 3,008.1 energy damage in a 0.5 tile radius. So if you hit something, be it a tree, be it a car, be it something that's destroyable, a building, a wall, whatever the case may be, you're going to be dealing this 3,000 energy damage in a 0.5 tile radius, which will also damage anything within its radius. So not a bad perk at all. Kneecapper is going to increase the effectiveness of debilitating shots, and that vulnerability is now going to stack to 9%. Okay, let's take a look at his bonuses. Support squad bonus. So if you apply him in the support squad bonus spot, you are going to be giving 14% additional damage resistance to whatever hero you apply him in. Okay, now the tactical squad bonus is explosive rounds, so you can apply this to basically any hero and get every 10 enemies with a range, every 10 enemies that you kill with a ranged weapon, it's going to deal 5,264.2 damage in a 1 tile radius. Now it's not going to stack with other non-tactical explosive rounds. It will apply to all classes, so you have to put them in the tactical squad spot in order to gain this. This is great because this is very similar to Bang and Pow, but with your actual pistol, not with the ability. So it's just giving you that a little bit extra damage, so you can kill enemies just a little bit quicker, to get that cooldown for Lefty and Righty faster, especially if you're using a pistol. Alright, so let's take a look at some squad bonuses. I happen to have the ammo capacity of all weapons by 20% on here, but I'm going to change him just to show you guys something a little special. If you apply Shuriken Master Sarah, you are now increasing all ability damage by 20%. So let's go back and take a look at him and see what that actually did. So, we'll scroll down here. Look at that. Explosive rounds. Killing 10 enemies with a ranged weapon now deals 6,558.2 instead of the 5,100 damage. So it's 6,500. Not bad. That's a pretty big increase, right? And then if you look at the frag grenade, instead of the 18,000 damage that it was doing, it's now going to do 23,000. So I like to have Shuriken Master Sarah squat in there because it's just a pretty significant increase in the amount of damage. Bang and Pow also does more damage as a result, 3,747 damage in a 0.5 tile radius. So you're basically increasing all the damage that you're doing by having her in that slot. Highly recommend having her in that slot. If you don't have her and you have the opportunity to get her, or you have an epic version, upgrade that girl to legendary, because she is worth it, just from a support squad bonus perspective. All right. So plasma grenades, which is Shielder Ibiza, or excuse me, sorry, Plasma Specialist Iza. Frag grenades are going to afflict the targets, so they deal an extra 8% energy damage every 0.5 seconds for 3 seconds. So every second you're doing 16% additional damage for 3 seconds. So, not bad. It's definitely an increase, and it helps those grenades just do a little bit more damage. They're already doing a good amount, but it just helps make them do just a little bit more damage. Maybe on like those, bosses, an epic mini boss or a mist monster, the things that have a lot more health that you just don't kill right away with the grenade, like a husky husk or a chrome husky, things along that nature. All right, so now that we've kind of went over this, the squad bonuses and the hero himself, let's go ahead and jump into a match, and let's see him in action. Let's do an encampment mission, because that way we can actually, get into it. And fear not, even if we don't find somebody, we'll go ahead and we'll go into this by ourselves, because we're not afraid. Even though this is a power level 76 and our hero is a power level 70, oh no, he's power level 95, so we shouldn't have any problems here, and we're also power level 87, so we are a little overpowered for this type of mission, but it's still, we're in Twine Peaks and it's a level 76, so it'll still be a good test bed. Now, if you guys like these Hero Spotlight videos, please drop me a like, drop me a subscribe, or even just drop a comment. If there's a specific hero that you'd like to see me do a Hero Spotlight on, I will be more than happy to do it. If I don't have that hero in my hero pool, I'll find one of my friends that does have it in their hero pool. I'll do a little share play, and I'll do a review of that hero for you as well. So if there's any particular heroes that you guys are interested in knowing a little bit more details about, drop a comment and let me know. I'll be more than happy to do a video for you guys on that. And I hope to do these hero spotlights on a weekly basis, but hopefully even more if I'm capable of doing it.
An important weather alert.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get some ammo here for my pistol. I love this Thrasher. I have Thrasher is probably one of my favorite pistols right now. I'm gonna go up to 20 real quick, and then alright, so this Thrasher is a 35% fire rate, 50% reload speed. It has energy damage and 10% damage. It has 25% damage and 22.5 to afflicted targets, and it causes affliction. So it's also 106. I wanted to do Shadow Shard, but the increase on it wasn't significant enough for me to lose the durability and everything. It just wasn't high enough, so I went with Obsidian on this just to get that extra little bit of durability. Alright, let's go ahead and find something. Start the mission here. And there we go. There's our first encampment. I mean, Raven does look pretty cool. His skin is a pretty good skin. He's got, the feathers and everything on him, and it's kind of a menacing looking individual. Kind of looks like Revenant from Paragon, if you guys ever played Paragon, which was an epic game that is no more, sadly.
There it is. Take out the enemies to clear the encampment.
And there you can see the Bang and Pow in action. It'll work on environmental objects. It'll work on enemies.
Ready to go.
killing enemies with a pistol, again, is going to allow me to reduce that cooldown. For every enemy, I reduce the cooldown by 1 second. You can see the cooldown down there dropping. In addition to the second that I'm getting, every enemy that I kill with a pistol is going to give me a cooldown on that so that I can actually use that lefty-righty faster. There we go.
This encampment is not active.
I like finding the inactive encampments because if it happens to be one of the encampments that you need to attack later, it'll show up on the map as opposed to having to look for the beacon.
I'm under attack!
I'm gonna let him get
There it
attacked.
is.
I don't. Sorry, bud.
Take out those husks.
Oh,
15 minutes to complete the mission.
sorry about that, guys. Got a little too brave. But I did get my cooldown, so they will feel the pain. Oh, good old join lag. Gotta love that.
Stay in the fight. 2 down. Let's find the next one. The encampments are getting stronger. Make sure you're prepared. Found the next one. Check out your map.
Those guys couldn't have joined a little bit sooner so that I could blame my death on the join lag, right?
Round 3. Fight! You're done, encampment! Next one's looking tough. You can do it.
Hopefully these guys aren't mooches and they actually help. We'll see. That guy was trying to.
Keep that streak going! There it is.
Thanks, Curly. These other two, who knows what these other two guys are doing? Haven't been to a single encampment. Just in case you're wondering, yes, you guys are going to be on YouTube. Notorious leeches. Right here, Bombshell and Long to Long. And are you at an encampment? No. Nobody's crying. You're the one who's on YouTube. Don't get all defensive. Now you just look like a dick. Yeah, we need to. There, it should be reset now.
Get that encampment!
Oh yeah, you weren't doing anything anyway, so seriously? Like, what's the difference between me talking crap and you doing something? Like, seriously? Go, just go do what you're gonna go do, Leech. Like, honestly, you come in here and you say that you didn't plan on doing that. I haven't seen you at a single encampment yet, bro. Curls over here, Long to Long, actually doing something. And yeah, I'm gonna call you out for being a douche. You don't like it? Too bad. Earmuffs.
This is the big time. Get ready.
Watch out above you, DeLong. They're coming from behind you.
There it is.
Hey, yo, listen. You're the one who's getting all crazy, bro. All I said was hopefully these guys help out, and then you got all defensive. So, whatever, bro. You sit there and be a leech, do whatever you want to do, bro. You're the one who's on YouTube looking like a fool, not helping out. You can check out my videos, DVSnis, youtube.com. Like and subscribe. Thanks.
If you keep pushing on, we might clear the zone.
Hey, keep talking, bro. Keep talking. My subscribers love it. You're just proving my point even further. Be the difference, Bombshell. Be the difference. Hey, the people who watch it care.
That's one. Take it down. Another big fight. Here we go.
Honestly, you don't matter. Like, seriously, you're the one who doesn't matter. You're sitting over here throwing stones, bro. As you're just a leech. Nice, good job, guys.
Found one. Check out your map. 5 minutes left.
It's people like Bombshell here that give this game a bad name. Hey, I was just saying it because it's the truth. This is my hero spotlight for Raven. You just happen to come in here and be a leech. I'm gonna expose you. Sorry. You're the one who's wasting all the time typing. Like, seriously. Get over it and do the fucking missions. Simple. I'm not on a throne, bro, but I'm calling you out for being a leech. You can't handle that, obviously. Damn, that gun shoots hella fast. Who? That is a nice.
The zone is.
What is that? Is that long? Long, dude. Your gun is shooting hella. Oh, that's you. Oh, damn, Curls.
Why not do some resourcing?
That's nice. I like that. Roll, huh? Oh, hey, I got something for you, bro. Here, come here. Everyone else didn't have a problem. finding the missions. No one else had a problem following the big beacon in the sky, but yeah, bro, you want to blame it on me, you go do that. You do you, bro. You do you. That's all you're going to do anyway, Bombshell. You're just going to do you and blame it on everyone else. No accountability. And then you get all defensive when someone calls you out. So yeah, sure, I'm the bad guy, bro. It's all my fault. Ciao. Curls. Watch out behind you.
Here it comes. 30 seconds left.
Let's go.
Oh, thank you for that drum roll. That's a nice drum roll. 20% stability, 35% reload, water, damage, magazine size. Yeah, man, that thing's awesome. Look at this guy, 188. Hey, good job. Let's get a round of applause for this Bombshell guy, everyone. Thank you very much. Good job, Bombshell. Way to leech. Leech! Alright, so as you can see, Raven isn't bad. He's actually a pretty good hero. Like, he's got some really good perks, he's got some really good bonuses. It's just about not having leeches in the world. Sorry that you had to experience that leech firsthand, but I just really get frustrated with those types of players. People that just literally, have no intention of actually doing anything in the mission other than going and resourcing. Whatever. Call them out and, you're the bad guy. What can you do? Well, anybody, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, despite the commentary, like and subscribe. More than happy to help answer any questions. Drop a comment down below. If you'd like to see me do, a specific hero spotlight, like I mentioned, I'll be more than happy to drop, if I don't have that hero, I'll go ahead and see if I can find someone who does, and do share play or whatever the case may be, and see if we can, get into the details of those heroes as well. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you on the other side.